Here with Unregular Radio. We're here today for the Boston Ski and Snowboard Expo at the Seaport World Trade Center. I'm actually really excited about being here because I'll be totally honest with all of you. I know absolutely nothing about snowboarding or skiing. So this is going to be just as exciting for me as it is for you. If you're a fan of the sports, you definitely want to check this out. We're going to go inside. We're going to try to give you interviews with gold medal Olympics. We're going to give you interviews with some of the vendors, hopefully some of the people. It's going to be a lot of fun, so you definitely want to stay tuned and check this out. So let's go inside.
By a jumbo jet, it wasn't easy, but nothing is.
I'm here with two-time gold medalist Seth Wescott. He is the two-time gold medalist, going for his third in Snowboardcross.
Yep.
Congratulations. It's an honor to meet you.
Thanks.
Could you explain to our fans that maybe don't know the sport what Snowboardcross is? Because you kind of threw me a curve.
Yeah, it basically looks like motocross on snowboards.
Really?
It's either 4 or 6 of us racing down the hill at one time, over jumps, bank turns.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's fun.
You get paid for that.
Yeah, it's a good job. Good work if you can do it.
Tell us about some of the injuries. You must have sustained injuries from that, because that sounds nasty.
Yep, I had an ACL surgery in 01. I've got 13 screws in a plate in this radius, and this last winter I tore my pectoral right off the humerus bone.
Oh my God.
But actually, honestly, I mean, knock on wood, it's I've had one of the more injury-free careers, so I've had a pretty good run at it.
And now you're training for your third gold medal.
Yep.
What does that entail? I mean, you must have to work out like the arms, the legs. I mean,
yeah, it's you know, you do a lot of cardio to build your base up every summer, a lot of running, a lot of mountain biking, and then as we get to this time of the year, you're much more in the weight room. I skateboard and surf for cross training because they help you with your balance and everything, get ready for the board sports in the winter, and then you know, then it's really chasing snow a little bit too. We had a U.S. team camp for 2 weeks in New Zealand in September, so we never go really more than like 2 to 3 months without being on snow year round. So you're just, you know, keeping your skills fresh and getting ready to go for next year.
This is kind of a break for you.
Yeah, it is a little bit of a break for me.
Signing posts and just hanging around.
Yeah.
You don't have to get to sit around.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a busy lifestyle doing this.
Now, of course, your goal must be the third gold medal, of course. So.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, this year, we don't have any qualifying stuff this year. So this year, the big thing is it's a world championship year, which happens every 2 years.
Right.
So that's the major goal. I was world champion in 05, vice world champion in 03, 07, and 11. So I'd like to get that world title back.
You've been a busy boy.
Yeah, I've been a busy boy. So yeah, that's the goal really for January this year, and then mainly this year just staying healthy through the season and being ready to go to get fired up for Sochi.
That is awesome. We're here with Tommy Moe. He is the double medalist for the downhill skiing.
Gold medalist in Lillehammer, 1994.
Oh my God. Now, you were just telling our cameraman how fast you guys actually go. Tell the listeners, because that's incredible.
Right, yeah, the highest speed usually goes about 80 miles an hour.
That's
in
insane.
a downhill race. And, you know, there's 4 disciplines in alpine skiing: downhill, Super G, GS, and slalom. My events were downhill and Super G. I got a gold in the downhill and silver in Super G.
Have you got pulled over by the ski patrol for speeding?
Oh yeah, yeah. A lot of resorts I've gotten the red card at. Yeah, right.
That is so crazy.
Warning.
Tell us about the experience, because many of our viewers are probably not going to have the experience.
You know, it's a lot of hard work goes into being an Olympian, and first and foremost, you just have to believe in yourself and go out there and trust your ability and represent your country, and you know, give it your best shot. A lot of times people go and compete and represent their country, and you know, they don't win any medals, but that's part of the deal. I lucked out, worked hard, and was able to bring home a few medals for the U.S.
That's awesome. That is so amazing. The training to do this must be insane.
It's pretty hard, you know. It's at elite levels. It's just whoever wants it the most. I mean, all the athletes are so well conditioned now that, you know, in an Olympic event, it's just whoever has the most luck and takes the most risk usually wins.
Oh, I bet. And I mean, there's nothing like bringing home the gold, I bet.
No,
there's no feeling.
I even surprised myself when I won it. Yeah, the next day I had to, like, I thought it was a dream. So
you had to keep looking at it to make sure it was real,
well, I
right?
had to go look and see where I put it from the day before, and it was sitting there, so it wasn't a dream.
That is crazy cool. I love that. And if you had any advice you could give to the younger kids out there who are looking to be the next gold medalist out there, what would you tell them?
I think the biggest thing is just believing in yourself. You know, if you want to go out and do something in your life, just go and do it. Just go do it. You know, don't sit around and talk about it. Make it happen.
Right, talkers don't win gold medals. Doers win gold medals.
That's right.
Absolutely. We're here with Donna Weinbrecht, the first ever Mogul skier Olympic champion.
That's
Did
right.
I say that right?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
You were the first ever.
First
so,
ever. Yeah.
a lot of pressure.
There was a lot of pressure. I was a rookie when it demonstrated in Calgary in 1988.
Okay.
And in freestyle, when you say freestyle, you know, and you say alpine has a lot of different events underneath it, like downhill, slalom.
Right.
And with freestyle, there's 3 events: moguls, inverted aerials, and at the time there was ballet skiing. They liked the mogul event in '88 because it was a timing element involved in it, and they accepted moguls as to be a full medal, you know, in '92. So, you know, I had 4 years to kind of move forward, and I was doing better every year. And then by the time '92 came around, they had me as the shortest thing to win it. So, yeah, there was a bit of pressure, and there was a bit of education, like in the sense of like.
Because you were the first one.
Yeah, I mean, I was doing a lot of shows and trying to educate, and also, you know, I had teammates that wanted to be Olympic level 2, the aerialists.
Yes.
So I felt like I had the opportunity of being the one going to possibly win the first one to kind of talk about the other events and my sport. So, but it was really weird kind of doing that, you know, kind of describing mogul skiing, which is very like an organic thing that happens on the slopes where people kind of ski and it pushes up mounds of snow, and then we tend to want to ski them, and then like sometimes they'll get big enough that we can jump and do an aerial maneuver, and that's really how moguls kind of perfected. And then after many years, now they kind of roll them and build jumps and chop the landing, so the venue has really changed throughout the years.
And are you happy with the progression of this event? Well, you're the first because you see where it's going now.
Yes.
And you see how it's progressed.
I would have to say, to be honest, it did progress to a point where, like, my technique, which is kind of someone who really likes a good, like, hit with the front side of the mogul and absorption, to when they have the line all laid out for you, it kind of gets really ruddy and more like slapping, and I don't like that. Like, internally, it gives you a different feel coming down, ripping down the mountain. So, there's elements that I like, and there's elements that I wish, you know, like anything that's a birth of anything, there's a spirit and a soul to it.
Absolutely.
And then we kind of perfect, and sometimes that gets taken away. So, but you know, these guys like Hannah Carney just rip those runs, and
Yeah, we met her earlier.
Oh yeah, and also when I was at a level, you weren't allowed to build a jump. You had to just jump off a bump that got bigger. Now they actually do these kickers, which I've skied them and went off them with chop landing, and they're flipping. You know, you weren't allowed to flip in my. So they're doing amazing things off the jumps. You know, they're doing like back folds.
Yeah.
There are some athletes that are doing a double twist with a flip. So what you're seeing on the aerial side, inverted aerial side, when I was competing, they're throwing them that kind of jumps and maneuvers in moguls, which is incredible. So the sport is definitely progressed.
Head down when I was young. It's not my problem.
We are here with Patrick Leary. He's one of the owners of Bean Snowboards. Now, these boards are made right here in Boston. So it's all local stuff.
Yep, it's all local. We build it by hand right here in our workshop in Boston. Been selling to the public for about 5 years. Building boards for about 7 years overall. We're local. We work with local companies, local artists to design some of our graphics. We're all about giving back to the community locally and promoting snowboarding here in Boston and really greater New England. That's what we try to do with our line. That's what our boards are built for, is for that New England snowboarder. And that's what we shoot for.
Do you cater more to the new crowd, the seasoned people? I mean, it's a little bit both?
Yeah, our lineup runs the gamut. So we have an entry-level board for the entry-level rider that's just learning to snowboard. We have a more advanced board for the the seasoned veteran that's doing the steeps and the deeps and going all over the place. So
maybe you could show us a beginner board and an advanced board.
So over here,
show us.
So here's our district model. It's our entry-level board. Checks in at $300, and it's an easy-going board. Perfect to get out there and learn to snowboard on and have fun on and. So that's our entry level board.
And they're about $300.
Yep, that retails at $300.
Okay.
This is our newest board in the line. This is our newest story. It's the Mission. So a little more specific to the advanced rider that's riding in the park and sliding on rails and on boxes and maybe hitting jumps. So definitely a new shape in our line. It's a flat profile, so it doesn't have camber. It's not rocker. So that's our new storyline this year. The Mission. That's our jib board, and then over here we have our park board, the Violator. So that's really for the seasoned rider. That's really ripping all over the hill and having fun. And then this is the Commonwealth. This is our free ride board. So that's for the snowboarder that's going to be in the trees. Maybe racing with the ski buddies, or he or she racing with the ski buddies.
This is like the Mercedes of the ski board.
Yeah, so that's gonna burn down the hill, and all of our boards come with stainless steel edges and sintered base. So in layman's terms, it's the best production base that you can put on a board. It's the fastest, and stainless edges are just a nice add-on that holds the tube better. So we try to add a little bit of equity into the price of the boards, under $500. And, that stuff is stuff that the bigger brands don't even get into until you're over the $500 price point.
Now, as far as the graphics go, you have a wide variety of graphics. Can you custom your own graphics?
At this juncture, we're willing to do that, but
a little bit more money for that.
Yeah, it takes a little more money. And actually, I should point out right here is a couple. So this is one of our artist series boards that we did with a local artist last year.
Okay.
So this is with an artist called by the name of Metal Wing, or Stephen Holding. So this is like one of 3 boards like this that we produced last year. And, we put together a big art show and had these hanging on a wall in a gallery space to promote the artists, really, is what it was about. So we gave them free reign. So, I mean, we have the ability to do kind of limited one-off stuff, but, it certainly it drives the price a little bit. So we tend to try to work with local artists that we hope will churn out something that helps them and promotes them.
And still, you have a lot of really cool, you have a wide variety of designs. So it's not like you're stuck with one style.
Yeah, and we definitely, our graphics are improving, our build quality is improving. There's still a learning curve. I mean, we're not pros at this. We all work day jobs, 9 to 5. So this is our unpaid hobby, if you will.
I know the feeling.
But, yeah.
How does someone get in touch with you should they want to purchase a board or find out more information on these boards?
You can visit our website at snowboarding.com. Also, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram under Bean Snowboarding. And that's really, we try to drive a lot of content through all those avenues. We're always doing demos and events all over New England, and the best way to keep in touch is just through the website. That's fantastic.
We are here here with Ken Morrow from SkiChair.com. Now this is something a little more interesting and unique. You guys actually make furniture out of skis.
Yes. Furniture,
pretty much.
Furniture, wine racks, float racks, ski racks.
You name it, they pretty much make it out of a ski. How did this come about?
Well, we started making chairs, and then from there we've just expanded to
It just
whatever.
blossomed to anything you can figure out to do.
You can make it with a ski, we'll do it.
All right, so show us some of these wares you have, because they're very unique in that they're all made from skis and snowboards.
So it's a simple snowboard bottle opener. So it's just a strip of snowboard with a stainless steel bottle opener with binding screws, recycled binding screws.
Now, is everything made from recycled equipment?
Most of it is, yes.
Most of it?
Yes.
That's great.
So all the
green.
ski equipment is recycled ski equipment, used, demoed, rentals.
Okay.
So.
The show, because the thing that kind of attracted me was the wine racks.
So the wine racks.
That is really cool. That if you're a ski fan and you like your wine, it's like you have to have one.
Yes, exactly. You have a ski house. It's a great gift.
Yeah, it's a statement.
Yes.
It is. And then I'm noticing the furniture.
Yeah.
We gotta get a shot of the furniture, because the snowboard bench and the ski-board chair is really cool with the footrest. That was really cool. Now, do you create these pieces?
Yes, I assemble, build, and pretty much everything here.
So you're the brains and the brawn behind what you see here today.
Yes.
And how long have you been doing this?
About 15 years.
So you've been in business a while.
Yes.
How I gotta ask this, because this is really cool. How did you get into this? Like, how did the idea of material, like furniture out of ski and snowboards come around?
My partner made the first one about 18 years ago.
Okay.
For himself. He had a house
And you
on
thought,
the lake.
wow, that's cool.
Yes. And, so everyone wanted one of his friends on the lake, and so we started making them, and he recruited me to make a couple chairs for him, and since then we've made a website, been at it ever since.
And the rest is history. Yes. But it's really cool. And where can they find this? Should they not be at the show today? They want
SkiChair.com.
So it's all online?
All online, yes.
So SkiChair.com, that is awesome. I'm actually floored by this. We have David Bromowitz from Cool Care Products. He's got some really exciting stuff. And show us some of your stuff, because this is really interesting.
Sure. We have two products. We have the ski tracker and the boot tracker. Both are high-end ski boot bags. The ski tracker has the option to carry skis, as you can see. And the boot tracker here is the most organized high-end bag there is for carrying your ski boots. There's a place for everything. Ski gloves down in the front here, boots on the side, large central compartment, and then in the front you carry lip balm, hand warmers, and in the front, lunch, water bottle, waxes, sunscreen, tools, whatever you need.
You know, this reminds me of back in the 70s when they had those pocketbooks that had all those compartments in it.
Oh, yeah.
But on a larger scale.
That's right.
That's what it looks like it's designed after.
Yeah, the idea is we want so people, they can always know where things are when you're at home or when you're going up north, so you can always stay organized on top of your thing.
It carries everything.
It carries everything. There's more space than almost every other bag on the market, and quality-wise, it's top. So it's a great bag.
That's awesome. Well, that's the Ski and Snowboarding Expo here at the World Trade Center at Seaport in Boston, Mass. We've had a great time interviewing people, showing you everything that's going on here today. If you like anything to do with snowboarding or skiing, this is where you have to be. If you want more information on this event or future events like this, I'm putting the website right up here for everyone to go check out. For Unregular Radio, I'm Ashley Bottoms. Remember, keep your enemies close, but keep Ashley closer. Until next time, bye.